why not?
Oh yeah,
There you
look
go.
at that. That's a good shot. There you go.
Beautiful.
These are real
Kicking
boom
it
bap.
old
This
school.
what- Bro, this is what they used to put 10 DC, like massive, what are they, D-sized batteries in it.
Yeah.
So you could walk around the neighborhood for an hour with it on your shoulder.
You could probably drive a Tesla with that many batteries now.
Right?
Yeah, last 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But that's the classic, man. The TRC 931.
Fucking beauty. And what is this?
Yeah,
We got a
it's-
red candle, or are you drinking a Caesar? How about some Caesars?
No, I'm just drinking a pop, man.
A pop. Oh, is it in a
We
red
don't
cup?
drink.
What am I?
We're
Oh, okay.
we're
You're
California.
Big gulp.
Yeah, we're California sober.
California
Great-
sober.
great
Well, I
soda.
apologize for drinking. I was sitting here.
I'll drink away.
It's plus
We
30
encourage
degrees in Lethbridge today. I don't know how hot it is up in Calgary, but probably near that anyways.
It's
And
climbing, yeah.
I didn't put my AC in the window today. I should have. I think I'll probably do that tomorrow, but I went down the street to pick up some cold beverages to try to chill myself for this little
Fair
chat
enough.
here.
We don't judge.
Yeah, right on, right. I didn't figure
We've done it all, man. We've done it all. There's
There's money out here, man. We like to pull.
Yeah, fair enough. So Dirty Sample, you know the ropes around here, but Chaka Boy, good to have you, dude. This is the type
Thank
of
you.
platform people can be long-winded on. Feel free to swear as much as you normally would. Drink, smoke. You just finished telling me
Oh, you can.
don't drink, but yeah, you can smoke on here if you want to. Twitch doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We did. Oh, okay. I thought Twitch was the one that did care.
No, see, as long they care if American streamers are, but
Oh.
since we're in Canada and it's legal up here, we're just adults doing legal adult things.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a pass. I like it.
Yeah.
Only cold
Joe,
camp would
thanks
put
for
the
having me.
camera on the floor. Oh, Thomas is heckling you guys already. Thomas from Han Solo is saying only cold camp would put their camera on the floor, but
On the floor.
We don't know that guy.
I think
It's
it's
not on the
just
floor.
fine. No, we got a great angle. Got the boombox
Yeah,
in the
we're good.
background.
We're good.
Perfect.
Come on, Toms. Lay off us a bit, man.
All right, so
Usually just put it in the snow.
yeah, word. Let me just do the quick intro here. This is Fly in Formation, episode 141. Today, I'm talking with Chaka Boy and the Dirty Sample. I want to say AKA Bully Bravo on this one. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
No, we don't know that guy. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, these guys are a group called Cold Camp, Calgary based. It's just Cold Camp, right? Not officially Cold Camp North, or I don't know. On
it's just Cold
Spotify, it's
Camp,
Cold
yeah.
Camp North, wasn't it?
It is. Yeah. No, Spotify's Cold Camp, but all the
Oh yeah.
handles are all Cold Camp North. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, Cold Camp North on all the different platforms that you can find your favorite artists
Yeah.
on. Of course. Let me just grab my questions here. I'm just still flying by the seat of my pants. All right, so
Reloaded.
yes, sir. So Winter Dreams been out since January, and I've been playing the music on AtSick. I want to say you were releasing singles into 2025 as a lead up to it, and I was paying attention to all of that, and been enjoying the music. Listened to it again today to try to come up with some smart things to ask you guys. I don't know if I'll deliver on that or not, but we'll talk about it one way or the other. And yeah, I guess sometimes when I have two guests, I think actually Dirty Sample, last time you were on here, I had you introduce Kaboom Atomic, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's right.
And you guys had to introduce each other. So for people who don't know, do you want to just tell the audience who each other is?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, this is Chaka Boy. Chaka Boy has been in the game for a very long time. Got to start with the Low Pressure crew in the West Coast. Worked with multiple different types of artists, including myself. We've been in a group together before called Port Authority. We put out with Fat Matt and Hash Mills. We put out 2 albums with them. He's been doing it for as long as I've known him, which is almost 25 years. So we met through throwing shows in Calgary back in the late '90s, early 2000s. I guess early 2000s.
Yeah.
Bringing cats from Vancouver through, and we just met. We were instantly friends. He was one of the best, or the groomsmen at my what do you call him? Yeah, groomsmen. Is that right?
Think
At
so,
my
yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right one. I'm
You have
stoned,
multiple
man.
groomsmen and one best man, I think, is how that
That's
works.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've known each other forever, man. And he moved to Calgary a couple years ago, and we just started working.
Right on.
Mhm.
Chaka Boy, you want to tell us about the dirty sample?
Yeah, sure. This here is the dirty sample. He produces everything for Cold Camp. We had 95% of things for Cold Camp. Yeah, we met Calgary 2005. I was touring at the time, so we did a little cross Canada tour. I met Dirty Sample. We linked back up when he moved to Vancouver, lived in Vancouver for a few years. Shout out to my dude Fat Matt, Hash Mills. We're in a group, Port Authority. Yeah, he's like one of the best producers in Canada. What more can I say?
Yeah, I agree, man. Definitely one of the most underrated and slept on producers, I want to say too. Dude,
yeah.
I was thinking about it earlier, man, and I think it's because you keep on switching your names up. People don't know what the fuck what your name is sometimes. So.
Thomas hates it, man.
Yeah, it's
Thomas is like, pick one,
I only switched my name once, and I used to be known as Doobyis.
Okay.
Dvice, which was also like my graffiti moniker.
Nice. How far back was that? Like in the low pressure days?
It's going back to like high school days.
Okay.
But at low pressure, you were
at low pressure. I was Dvice. Most of my appearances on any of that stuff. Yeah, check it out. I mean, there's lots of stuff.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe Moves told me about low pressure. Who was it I was talking to about low pressure?
Yeah, Moves.
I talked to a lot of people over this
show. So like all those cats like Kaboom, Chatio.
The creation label, and yeah, he's the head honcho.
Okay.
Low pressure, Imagination Street.
Low pressure.
All those cats.
C, my man C.
C.
Yeah, exclamation points.
With I think 6 exclamations or something like that on it.
Yeah. That's my dude, though. All those guys are great dudes, and I learned a lot coming up as a young person in that environment. Like I would show up to their shows before I was legal age to get into the bars.
Yeah,
and I would kind of sneak my way in and try and get up on stage, and eventually, I kind of broke those walls down. I ended up obviously working with them and progressing from there. Yeah.
What is it with that group that it's just coastal? Like it's guys from the East Coast and guys from the West Coast, but like Moves was living on the West for a while, right?
That's it, dude. That's it. Is that like Moves is like he's the godfather of that, dude. Like talk about slept on and underrated, man. Like Moosey created some of my favorite Canadian tracks, man. Like he's got does he have a platinum album with Len?
I think so. I think he had a platinum plaque with him, if I remember right.
Like, bro, like Moves is if you're in Canadian hip hop and don't show Moves love, it's hard for me to take him seriously. Like Moves is like for Canadian hip hop, he's just like the god, man.
Maybe it's just gold. I don't know. I'd have to Google to know for sure, but I remember him telling me about having a plaque for it one way or the other. There was
I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. Yeah. Like he moved out, Ski moved out, Tachichi moved out from the East, Josh Martinez moved out from the East, and then people like Bird of Prey, also my dude Fat Matt moved out from the East. People like Bird of Prey were already in Vancouver. People like me were in Surrey, Vancouver area just coming up.
Yeah, like Kaboom and them, Chatio, Chatio and those cats, Azrael.
Yeah.
Like all those cats are like from that. At least for like my generation hip hop. That's and that's how I met all those cats, man. That's how me and Boomer done an album. That's how me and Chatio done an album. Me and Azzy, like so.
So were you living in Vancouver when you met everybody? Like you were living out there?
No, I met all those cats. No, cause I met all those cats coming through when they toured and stuff.
Oh, okay, just tours. Nice.
And then we just built. Yeah, and then when I moved to Van, I ended up getting Fat Mac got me a job, man, and we all worked together with our homie Rec and at Save On Meats, and then I worked at Rex Old Shop, Sharks and Hammers. You probably put in some hours there too. And yeah, and we just all connected again, man, and like started making music. That's why we got that Tuesday Nights on Cardero album that Thomas put out. That's because every Tuesday is the night we met.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. So,
Yeah.
Port Authority, I feel like that album was like right around when I first started up doing AtSick, like maybe 2018 or so. When did you guys put out the Port Authority album?
Oh, like 2013, 2014. It's all mixed
Okay.
and mastered by NATO and
Okay.
up in Oregon.
There was an original album, and then after that, a year or two later, there was a double album.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah. I'm probably thinking of the follow-up then, I guess, if it was around when I was starting up. Yeah. But yeah, that shit was dope. Will we ever get more Port Authority album?
Probably not. Probably not. But
Yeah,
I can always I can always dig through some old stuff that hasn't been released. Like that's how Tuesday Nights on Cardero came around, right? Like Chichi's on more of that album. Because like more cats started rolling through and stuff, you know. Like we had a lot of good recordings in those sessions, man. Snack the Ripper,
Big Les One.
Yeah, Les One, like a lot of really talented cats, man. It was like a mecca. Man, the more we talk about it, I'm like missing those days. You know what I'm saying? Like those
man.
Those were a time of creation and inspiration.
That's one of the reasons I like doing this podcast, man. I think people forget about how good some of the days in the past have been, and it's easy to overlook that type of shit and just be so focused on the present.
Yeah.
How about I guess let's bring it to the present though. Do you guys want to give kind of the elevator pitch of what you decided to do with Cold Camp?
Yeah, man. It kind of started as just the vibe we were on in the moment. It was kind of like my seed that I planted, and then as the more that we kind of started making these tracks, the more we like Chaka became part of my idea, and then expanded on it, and then like I mean, this cat writes, man, it's like you have to go back and listen to it again. You know, it's like because everything makes sense, even though to some people, if they just start listening to it, they're not gonna hit it. But if you go back and like he expanded on it to a deeper level, man. So it went from this grimy, throwback, like boom bappy, slappy stuff to this concept album that grew into a cinematic kind of play, you know? Instead we started kind of being more poetic than just being like grimy poetic, just like some street poetry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, I noticed that this stuff was super poetic. Sorry, go ahead, Chaka.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that.
Okay, well, yeah, I was listening to it today though, thinking to myself like, the album has a lot of like threatening tone and like tough talk tone, right? Like there's a lot of that to it. But it avoids, because when I listen to all this indie music every week, I try to, do my best to hear everything that comes out, or at least some songs off of everything that comes out. And a lot of the time I hear guys tough talking and it immediately kind of just falls flat because for some reason it's unbelievable. And so I was trying to think to myself, like, what is it about these guys' tough talk right now that's believable to me? And I think it's that you avoid talking about guns specifically. Like there's ways to talk tough without, talking about how many people you're going to shoot. So like with innuendos and kind of suggestions and allusions to violence more so than, blatant, just like brag raps about shooting people or whatever. And I thought maybe one of the techniques that you guys were using that was lending to that was there's not a lot of I statements. At least when I was having this thought for at least a few verses, I didn't hear a lot of like I do this, I'm out here doing this. It was poetry to a level where it's like a bunch of street imagery stitched together,
Mm.
you know, free thought association style, but it's not so much like
That's it.
point of view raps. Was that intentional, or
Yeah, like how do you find a common ground with people unless you give them a chance to look at things they want to look at, you know? Like everyone can listen to a poem, watch a movie, read a book, and have a different meaning of what the story or the morals about, whatever it is, what
yeah,
they take different things out of it. So it's that keeping it, trying to keep it like grimy but pretty at the same time, like some ugly, beautiful shit, you know? Like,
yeah,
and I think
Yeah,
Chaka's one who took it to that level. Like,
I think it's more just like looking at things like a metaphor, right? It's like you can talk about guns maybe, but in a different sense of a metaphor. Like some of my newer stuff, it actually says like catch a quick stray when the lips spray each word like a bullet filled to clip aim. Bless that both the left right hand grip, gunshots everywhere like West Side ad libs. You know what I mean? So
bang, 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 bang.
it's about being.
What does he say?
it's what, yeah, man, we are the
Or
guns.
something.
I think it's about
Yeah.
creativity too. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think it's also something that comes with experience.
yeah,
I used to be the aggressive, I this, I that guy, battle type songs.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
I think it's more of like a battle style than anything.
right, and kind
It
of
kind of
roast
works
the
well in that
nameless
realm.
MC. Yeah,
For sure, it works well in that realm, maybe, but in anything outside of that, it doesn't really play. You know.
Yeah, I gotta say too, like the eye stuff can be corny quick.
right.
Like it can be corny quick, especially if you're trying to act hard, you know? So um giving it, that's what, like if I'll ever say something, I'll say they, like they do it,
Yeah,
you know, they, them, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like it's not about I, because it's broader than that. You got to keep it poetic and let people interpret it the way they want to.
Yeah, it's more of like a cinematic view of the street scene or whatever, right? Like more so than
Yeah,
yeah, from on the ground, boots on the ground.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Not
so
that I won't, hand clap the son of a bitch for saying something stupid.
there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
course.
we can handle ourselves too, right? But like, we don't. That's not the end all be all. You know?
I'm too old to fight, man.
Exactly. Too old, too tired, and
Oh shit, these guys just hung up. They're too old and too tired to talk. Cold Camp talking about promos. Appreciate you guys hanging out in chat here with us. I'm sure they'll be right back. If they aren't, I'll fire them another invite. Let me check if they're saying anything on IG. But yeah, to elaborate on what I was saying, I think they did a great job of kind of tough guy raps that that aren't so, you know, because there's a certain line of how tough you want to be in a rap. There's always going to be somebody tougher than you, even for guys who actually are out living street life and, you know, doing gun shit. Like there's always somebody tougher. So
Do they give you a time limit or something?
I don't know.
Damn,
sorry about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
just drop this, bro.
No worries. We'll cut it out and
We'll
post.
blame the feds.
I'm an
Yeah,
editing
yeah.
master. Yeah, they don't want the knowledge getting out to the people here.
Yes.
It's either that or the metal plate and that dirty sample set.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where the ideas come from, though. So we can't.
I was just monologuing about how with tough guy raps, there's always somebody tougher out there, even for guys who actually are like straight up like street life, packing guns, selling drugs. Like there's always somebody who's out there ready to pull their card. So I think it's smart not to go too far with a bunch of I statements on tracks where then, it's like putting a challenge out to the world, but you don't want to challenge the world. There's always somebody out there.
Rap snitches, telling all their business.
Yeah.
Put them on the stand, they be their own star witness.
100%.
I mean, when I was younger, I used to get into stuff, but I don't really use that much in my music. I more use the experience of living that way back then.
Right. Yeah.
In a different way now. almost to sort of maybe shed light on it more than anything. I keep it pretty vague, like
I'll just wait till you hear the new album we're working on for Chaka Boy, bro. I like, I mean, we were talking about it earlier today, and like, we're so grateful because we're literally we're taking time to create albums we love,
Yeah.
and
totally.
and being very productive with the little time that we have to get together to do it. And just falling in love with it over and over again, you know?
What is it that took the pressure off your shoulders that you're able now to, you know, like you said, spend as much time as you want on something and make sure it's how you want it to be?
I mean,
Thomas
maybe
finally
just
let off of you.
no. Thomas is the best, bro. He's fucking amazing, that
Yeah,
guy. But I think just slowing for me, man, at least just like slowing down, bro, and being like, is this up to my standard? Would I listen to this on my own? Would someone sound good on this? Like, working on these albums now, we're changing beats for tracks we know could be better.
Yeah.
We're creating specific tracks for it. We're using the energy we have to create things in the moment that create like something better, you know, than what we've been doing. We're just doing it. I think we just kind of let go of caring,
Okay.
uh, of caring what people think. We don't give a shit what people think, man. Like, we just want to make the art that we love to make, man.
I always think that must come with age. For me, that came with age. I don't give a shit what people think of my music at this point. When I rap, I'm rapping because I feel like rapping. you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's I don't even think about it now. It's just natural, like,
Yeah.
just to work, and we work really good together.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you both
That's a
in Calgary?
huge
How
thing.
come you don't have so much time together to work on stuff?
I just recently. Well, I mean, I always work a lot, so I
Okay.
just recently started a new job that is a lot,
Just busy life
and I
stuff.
haven't like I haven't settled into it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, but
We utilize our time well, though. Like, we're
Really
at
well.
least getting together and working on music like once a week.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in that time we crush it. Like, we have an agenda, we tackle it, we take notes, to-do list, get it done.
So, Chaka Boy, what am I allowed to know about the upcoming new album? Is it a solo project? Is it going to have both your names on the front of it? Is it all produced by the Dirty Sample? What are we doing?
You got it. It's a solo album, Chaka Boy. It's called The Canadian Werewolf in Alaska, and it's produced entirely by the Dirty Sample. And there's one feature from my dude Bully, and that's it.
Very nice.
And it's about 45 minutes long.
Oh, damn. Okay, you already got it pretty much finished then, it sounds like.
We're getting there. We're getting there, yeah. Kind of sort of the last sort of 20% left. So
nice.
It's exciting. It feels good. Like, I was kind of out of the music thing for a while. I transplanted from Vancouver out here to Calgary about 3 years ago. And so this is all like me, brand new to me. This is like a second coming, you know?
Yeah, he's never really like put out solo albums before.
And
He's
this is
always
actually
been on stuff. So
that's true. Like, this is sort of my official debut solo album.
Damn.
I've done independent releases maybe over 20 years ago, but I wouldn't really consider those sort of official releases at this point. But
back in the days before the internet.
Yeah, when I was photocopying my covers and burning CDs and recording them on karaoke machines and stuff like
History got a hard reboot when everything went online. None of the analog stuff matters unless people re-up it and put it on Spotify now.
Exactly. But like, whole campus and being here in Calgary has been just like total rebirth, and I'm so hungry again. Like, I just love it again, and I'm focused. I'm ready. Like,
nice.
That's why the werewolf's ready. Like, the transformation's happening.
Beautiful. So, chat's asking, no old Gorilla Bones on the Chaka Boy album?
No.
Because basically the Chaka album is still very like Cold Camp influence, the solo material. So we're sticking with that. With the Bully feature, he's a huge part of Cold Camp.
Yeah.
And I also just wanted it to be my baby, my brainchild. You know,
and it is like he's executive producing the album, so like I'm letting him take control of his sound and just working around um, the vibe he wants. And honestly, for me, it's been a great process too. And this is what we were talking about earlier, is that like now that the way that we've approached this album is different than the last album. And
the first album
and the first one and the mixtape and so this is, to me, the new way I'm going to start making albums is by having another voice that I trust, um, really look over and listen and get the entirety of it. You know what I mean? And be able to say, this could change.
Right.
This we need to switch. These are things we need to do. Because the way we work, it's all positive, man. Like I'm not upset if something needs to change. I'm happy. It's something else I got to create. You know what
there's
I mean?
no ego.
Yeah, there's no
we don't have anything to prove to each other at this point. Like we know each other. We know.
Yeah.
You know, we know what to expect. We know our potential.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for MCs to get to a level where they'll allow critique of their stuff, and you know, producers the same way. And yeah, I mean, after you guys have known each other for 20 odd years or whatever, 20 some years, yeah, I can hear the chemistry on the Cold Camp album. I'm not surprised that you're excited about this upcoming album. So with Cold Camp, there's a lot of kind of like, you know, I want to say like sparse, boom bap, grimy, chilly kind of beats. What type of different vibes are you going for on the solo album?
Actually, so this was another thing too, is that in my mind, Cold Camp had like this exact sound, and Cold Camp as a group does have an exact sound. You know what I'm saying? But Chaka's solo has that touch of that Cold Camp sound with his sound, like with what he wants to do solo. And Bully Bravo is like even deeper. That solo album is even deeper into the cold sound.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where honestly, Chaka's album, man, is like when I listen to it from the intro to the end, it reminds me of when you were a kid and you got that tape you loved for the first time, man, and it was just press play, let the side go, flip it, play, and then you knew it back to forth. Like it just gives me that vibe of that, like there's songs with meaning, there's catchy songs, there's songs that you're gonna have to rewind and be like, what the fuck did he just say, man? What was that? And like rhyme patterns that I've never heard him switch up on. And it's fun, it's serious, it's like a film, man. It's me. Yeah, it's him. It's him. Yeah. It's dope.
Yeah. Looking forward to
I'm a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
But you know, certain stuff I care about, and it subconsciously just works its way in the music, you know. So I think any artist sort of that's truly listening to themselves is making music that's a reflection of themselves.
Yeah. Some don't. Some, reflect.
And I think it's more of on a subconscious level. Like I said, it's not an intentional thing. It's just you write 1,000 songs, you know, they're gonna start taking shape of your personality inevitably, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Writing wise, is there anything you guys specifically do when you're working together that you don't do when you're working apart? Like I don't know, figuring out who handles who's doing the hook and stuff like that. Like how do you divide the duties?
Yeah, I feel like even when we're apart, we still are working together on some sort of hive mind, as I like to say. So sometimes we'll even be working separately and get together, and it just fits together like a puzzle. Like it was always meant to be. Like the universe wanted it that way. Other times, we do discuss things. You know, this guy. I mean, Bully's hooks to me are great. I'm still sort of figuring out hooks, and so
I wouldn't say that. He's critiquing himself. I wouldn't say that. I think he's figured them out.
yeah. I mean,
He's dropped some shit where I'm like that.
it's not my bread and butter. Let's just put it that way.
No, it's good. Like he's got, and I found it so odd, but it makes so much sense. He's got 12 bar choruses.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, in my mind, right, 6 bars for your chorus, and then you repeat 6 bars. In my mind, I'm like, well, where's the last ones?
Yeah.
You
Shouldn't
know
be
what I'm
8,
saying?
right?
Like,
Yeah.
where's the last 4? But I'm telling you, man, just listening to it and putting it together, it doesn't, there isn't a moment you're not engaged, and you don't, it's the feel of the song. So you don't even think about the 12 bar chorus unless you're like
Now I'm gonna
thinking about,
now I'm gonna
now you're going, yeah,
turn
now
on the
you're gonna
brain
look
and think
for 'em,
about
you
it.
know?
And
Yeah.
it's not every time either.
No, it's not every, but it's,
when it makes sense to me. I mean, I don't fight it. I don't try and stay,
Yeah.
contained.
To
but
the
my brain
formula.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
No, I don't really like,
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
mean, I
helps when
used
you've
to,
got an in-house
religiously,
producer, right? When you're sitting there working
Well,
with somebody who can make you a 12-bar
Yeah.
chorus, that helps with
for
the.
sure. Like I'm super blessed with that, right? And we can do that stuff on the fly, and I think that's part of making the music too. It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
it's also forcing him to say, okay, maybe I'll think about this in a different way than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does that vice versa with me. No, maybe we should do this. And I say, well, I never even thought of that,
Mhm.
but that makes sense.
And then we'll try something. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't, we move on.
Whatever
And
makes the better song.
who cares,
Yeah.
And the better song to us, not to anyone else,
Right. Yeah. Listen with your own ears
Yeah.
rather than comparing it
For sure.
to other shit. Dirty Sample, is there anything that like I wanted to ask you about how you make songs sound cold like this? Is it all just having a wind special effect, or like why is it that I was walking in plus 30-degree weather today listening to this album, but I still could feel the winter imagery?
Well, that warms, that cools my heart.
That's like one of our goals.
Yeah.
Literally, like.
I don't want to give you the secret sauce, but I will say, we love to sample VHS.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
he collects and sells VHS, and we have an endless supply of samples. Also, like, I have homies who will like just dig movies for me. Like my homie Loophole Definite will just, for Christmas last year, man, he just gave me all these movies he chopped up and watched on VHS over the years. So we just like for us, man, to find the cool sound, you just know when you hear it, man. Like if I'm just sampling, like, I mean, I'm not gonna give any. I don't hate giving away.
No, don't sample snitch. I'm against sample snitching too.
Yeah. But
does it help from movies about
65 rhyme, bro?
Does it help
says,
looking at
don't
movies?
ask what my drums are.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Does it help looking at movies that are about the cold? Like, are they from movies with cold themes to them? Typically, is that the secret?
Sometimes, yeah. It just depends.
Sometimes, for sure.
Yeah.
And especially for like dialogue.
Yeah.
Any dialogue samples, right? But we like, I don't know about his perspective, but my perspective is that the albums are very movie, in sort of an audio sense, like we kind of approach it that way, like a storyboard, scenes in a movie, sort of.
Yeah.
And trying to sort of make that a cohesive project.
Yeah, like a film.
Is a big focus, like a really big focus, I think, when we make this music and these albums, rather than like, we need a heater here, we need an emotional song here.
Right.
It's like, no, that's not really the process.
We just make the songs and then we figure out what's happening after.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I liked the samples that you did choose across it. Like, I'm talking more, I guess, the vocal samples that kind of bring in some of that atmosphere between the tracks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of keeps the album cohesive and keeps everything, I don't know, moving along in a nice chilly fashion. Um,
Mhm.
where have you guys been recording? You doing home studio recording sessions or?
Yeah. Yeah, that's essentially it, man. We record home studio. We used to record at my little studio where I used to live, but now we're here on my new spot. I just moved recently too, so
Yeah.
um yeah, but yeah, I mean equipment's good, sound quality's good, so we're
Always in
happy.
person, like the two of you together, or
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
yeah, okay. How about for writing?
Always, yeah.
Are most of the lyrics written on the spot during sessions, or are you guys writing at home and coming
No,
back with bars?
taking our time and then bouncing stuff off each other, and then
Yeah,
I mean, like Brady or Chaka is more like I can give him beats and then he'll just stew. You know, he'll just like right. And then from the beat, and sometimes, man, like by the time I record him, I'm like, oh, I hate this beat. Like this beat isn't gonna work. It's not giving the song what it needs to have, and we'll rework it. And sometimes we'll just rework it right there on the spot. Uh, and the vibe, man, it's about that energy too. You know, it'll just change it. But
yeah,
Chalk normally writes away
Mhm.
and then brings it to.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah.
probably we write maybe 25% of our stuff sort of together in a group environment, whether it's like a hook or a verse.
Yeah.
But personally, like I like to sort of write and want to write, not when I have to write. You know,
Yeah.
that's just
yeah.
kind of how my brain works. I've never been one to be told what to do, even by myself. So it's like
Do you
when
end
it
up?
hits, it hits.
Yeah, do you end up chipping away at verses, like for day after day, coming back to them on a note app type thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, I edit quite a bit.
Yeah,
Usually, like I'll edit it down quite a bit just through practicing, mostly just running through it over,
word.
trimming it, adding, switching things. You know, I usually have a big list of like lines that I cut out, like at the bottom of my page,
Right.
sort of as my process.
Bump that down the
Um,
list. Yeah,
yeah, like sometimes things just don't work, right? Or you think of a better idea, right? And
yeah,
I find myself doing that more and more nowadays. And it's
Yeah.
like, so there comes a point though where I have to just say, okay, that's
We cut yesterday. We recorded a new verse off a track that we had a whole other song over. Um, because it didn't. The first song didn't work. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't work. Like, and then why are we like we don't need to force anything, man. We
yeah.
got time. We got we forcing stuff ends up making just not natural sounding music that works. You know?
Is Cold Camp here to stay, or what's the future of Cold Camp? I caught one because
Oh yeah.
my impression was honestly that maybe we'll switch to a new persona next time around and do a different sound, and that this might have kind of been like a one-off type of
No,
a deal. I mean,
Mm.
I know that
no,
there's been
Cold
a couple
Camps.
now, but yeah,
It's forever.
okay,
Cold
Yeah,
nice.
it
Camps
doesn't
forever.
feel like that. It feels like it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
We're building it that way. We're building it like long term. You know, we're not like rushing out to bite off more than we can chew. We're just naturally moving along.
I,
We have a lot of plans for the future.
Mm.
Um,
I
we're never going to run out of ideas.
I heard one bar
We're-
where Bully said something along the lines of grateful for what's coming next. Cold Camp and affiliates, the Quantum Flex. So, are we going to
That's
space?
right.
What's the
That's a
Quantum
big
Flex
one.
about to be?
It means we're controlling it, man. We're controlling our matrix. We're controlling the game we're in, and we finally are.
Right.
And
Yeah, love to see
it's
it, man.
and it's done nothing but like bring positive things into our life. You know what I'm saying? Like this is we are who we're meant to be. Here we are doing what we love. Uh, we get to eat good, smoke good, make dope music, buy records.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And to run back like what you were asking earlier, sort of too, about like the features, like every summer we're gonna drop one of these Ice Gods volume -1, -2's coming up, right?
Nice.
So we like to kind of like save those projects for some good features and stuff too. Because I think that's what makes sense with a mixtape, right? You got the classic beats, you got different MCs, you got different perspectives, you got different styles, and that's what keeps those projects fun. You know, we're gonna have people back that we've already had. Maybe we'll have some new people, and it's always gonna be people that understand what Cold Camp is about and what we're doing.
Did you
Yeah.
listen to the mixtape? Have you heard the mixtape? Yeah. So it's
The
just
new
like
one, yeah.
classic, right? Like, yeah, the Ice Gods Volume -1.
Oh yeah, I did
one
hear
on
that
Bandcamp.
when it came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just throwback beats, right? So that's all we're doing is picking all the favorite beats that we wanted to rap over when we were younger and never did. It's just making a fun ass free mixtape anyone can
Yeah,
download.
it's free. We usually do like a release for it or whatever. Like we'll do a show, and also it's just like in the summer that vibe is just it hits better.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
like summertime mixtapes. Like what more do you want? You know, and then that lets us sort of ferment and get ready for the winter again and our serious projects. You know, and it
Sure.
kind of takes a bit of the pressure off. You know, it's more fun. It's like it's what it's supposed to be, what it's always supposed to be. You know, so that's what I think.
I wanted to
So
ask
keep an
you
eye out. That's
about.
going to be coming up.
Okay, nice. I will for sure. I wanted to ask you guys about the winter summer dynamic and you know, living in Calgary, living anywhere in Canada. I think kind of artists have this thing where the winters can often be more productive. A lot of guys kind of lock in and make music. Is that the tendency with you two?
No, I think we're the
Steady at it all year.
round.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
think
I think in the winter we're more in our
Elements.
yeah, the mentality of Cold Camp for sure, you know, but we're not. I mean, we're always we just want to make good music.
Yeah, word. Do you think that the cold of you know of our environment has affected that the output, the sound of Cold Camp? Like, would you have been Cold Camp without the winters up here?
No,
it definitely helps sort of just, you know,
in
like,
my mentality, like here we are, we're up north, you know, if you haven't lived in -40 weather, and we're not even that north, you know what I'm saying? Like go to high level, go up, go to when it gets cold in northern Ontario. You know what I'm saying? Go when it gets cold in Quebec. Like you think if you're a hard dude, man. If you're a hard person, you're rough. Go do that. Go see what it's like to live in those conditions.
For sure. Like I look at it like the old analogy, like your parents used to walk up the snow, both hills, both way 10 miles, but that's literally what we do to create our music.
Right.
It's that sort of old school, get her done mentality, no matter what, you know? And I feel like that comes off in our music.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Sort of the grizzled vet, you know, not unaffected by the coldest weather.
Still walking uphill both ways, though. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So that's kind of an easy way to explain it, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a great analogy. You could put that into a song if.
Bunch of old guys.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
They like the old analogies.
Yeah.
Bunch of old tricks.
So, you know, being here in Calgary, you guys are in the heart of this separatist movement. I know some people don't like to talk politics, but every episode I've been asking people about if they have any opinions of what's been happening in America recently, which, you know, for people here in Alberta, I think a lot of us see some overlap into what's pushing its way into Canada. Any comment on any of that? Feel free to turn down the opportunity as well.
You want to go?
Like, I'll go, man. Like, you know, show us the fucking files, bro. Stop showing us alien videos. I didn't forget about that dude. We all know about his little island. You out there, you pudgy little man.
Yes,
and the Alberta separatists, I mean, like, bro, come on, man. Like, it's just it's poison, bro. It's divisiveness. It's like exactly what America's paying to do.
Yeah.
It's, like it's all funded by the South, like it's divisive bullshit is what it is, man. And
Do you guys meet
yeah,
separatists in real life? Like, I've drove past some
yeah,
rallies and like seen them out there, but I've never really like actually had somebody tell me to my face, like, yeah, I think we should separate, like in conversation, anybody I work with or things like that. They're out there and okay.
Oh, they're out there.
I guess I don't know. I haven't encountered one either, but
Yeah.
I'm Canadian, man. I stand for Canada, so I'm Canadian proud. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel. I stay out of politics for the most part.
I'm voting no. I do not want to separate Canada.
Be real careful though. The question that they're fucking putting on this upcoming referendum, apparently I was listening to a talk show talk about it this morning, and apparently it's real fucking confusing whether you want to just say no or yes to it.
I'm sure it's worded weird or whatever,
Yeah, it's like, do you want to stay part of Canada, or should we have a referendum? And like that's the same option or something along those. I don't know. Whatever it's going to be some fuckery. So read it very carefully and make sure you check the right box.
I don't know. Like my prediction is like basically for every separatist vote you're gonna get 10 people voting against that. But that's just like
I would assume as well.
Call it an educated guess.
Yeah.
And I think people that do not want to separate will show up. They will show up,
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a blowout.
Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah.
The type of people who want or who are like running that project too are not the same vibe of what I believe in.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Okay. I typically ask a few of these how important is questions. Let's do how important are in-person sessions with MC and producer?
Very.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure though at some point you guys work like maybe not together because you live in the same city, but with other artists sending files back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Do you think there's an element missing when you're doing that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, getting people together, there's that moments of creativity. When Kaboom came and finished the album in Calgary that we worked on, there's a couple songs that got put on that album that were just like him playing the drums. Or no, I think Wadevsky was playing the drums, Kaboom was playing the keyboard, and we were all just kind of like fucking around. And it ended up going on the album. You know what I mean? I was chopping the sample. Yeah. So how else would that have happened? Right. Without three or four donkeys sitting around working on the same shit. I'm getting that same vibe and that pick me up energy.
Yeah, but also like I said earlier, like me and this guy like work with each other so much that it's like when we're working on our own in an individual capacity, but we're working on a project together, it still works. But we still need that element of coming together and making it work eventually, right? We can't just
like if I didn't record him, we would not be able to create the vibe that we're trying to
create.
Yeah, that makes sense. How important is rehearsing together before shows?
It's important. Yeah, it's important. It's also important not to overdo it.
Yeah.
I mean, do it till you got, but don't overthink it either.
This dude's Rain Man. He can learn a verse in like an hour, and I'm like, I'll spend weeks trying to remember shit, and it's just in one out the other.
Not really.
But I'm all right at freestyle. So
don't say that though, because then that's what it is, right? Like,
now
just be like, I can memorize anything. I'm the best at it, right? Because you are good at it.
The human mind is a powerful thing. Yeah, speak it into existence.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it. But yeah, it's important. Like,
you got to figure out your cues. Who's going to start what?
Even if it all goes out of the window when you get up there, so be it. But come in with a game plan, right? And come prepared.
Have you guys been working with a DJ specifically, or is it just whoever is DJing the show is who's on the ones and twos?
Yeah, we had, Swan did our mixtape. He like mixed the whole mixtape, and then he did that show. But I think Wadewski did one show for us.
Yeah.
And then no, we
Couple
haven't had
shows.
a touring DJ. So, but eventually we get it. My dream it would be Wackett from Golden. We can get him down, but he's tough to nail down. He's a hard.
Any plans at all to try to put a tour together, or like I think Han Solo's doing a tour coming up in the summer, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
they're going to
involved in
perform
that?
at the Calgary show. Yeah, we'll perform at the Calgary show for sure.
Nice.
That's going to be dope, man. Just see them roll through here. You know, they've done a lot to set up that tour for themselves. So it's going to be dope.
It'll be good. We're going to be ready to tear it down. So
yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, but no, for ourselves, we're really focused on making music, man. And then if we can eventually put something together, we will. For sure.
Right on.
It's the dream.
Yeah, let me do a couple more of these how important questions. This has gotten some funny answers recently because nobody gives a fuck about the Billboard charts. But how important is it to you that hip hop appears on the Billboard charts?
No, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I kind of like it when it's not on there. This is my own little, that's our own little thing. Like back in the 90s when only like real heads listen to rap.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one, actually, man. Like, yeah, I miss the days when I was the guy who knew the hip hop and nobody around me did because the internet wasn't around. And they were reading the source of double XL.
You never heard of hieroglyphics, son?
Yeah,
there's a bit more exclusivity to it for sure.
For real. Yeah.
I'm indifferent. I don't know. I could probably play devil's advocate, or I could probably try and argue a point for either side. But I mean, I'm pretty much. Not an issue.
Not a big issue. No, it's just something that I've seen like a lot of, the hip hop podcasts and shit. Like I'm a hip hop podcast junkie. I'll watch guys talk, debate fucking hip hop day and night or whatever. There's been a lot of that recently about like, hip hop has fallen off the Billboard charts and is the genre dying and this, that, the other thing. But, I agree. It's kind of cooler if it's a little bit more underground, in my opinion.
Hip hop turns into like any other subculture. Like, I mean, when electronic music came out, what did you have? Like house was popular, but then all of a sudden, like drum and bass showed up, and trance and hard. And then there was hard trance, psych trance, and all of these. Like everything evolves. It's not, but like. I don't know. You always have to keep the core of what you love, culture. But everything evolves.
Okay, but what about this though? As guys who are aging, making hip hop, does it matter that kids who are, 15 right now in the heyday of loving music for themselves are looking at it like, oh, hip hop fell off?
I don't know. Like, so what I was thinking is like I'd equate it kind of more to how like movies are nowadays. Those billion-dollar budgets in the theaters just like are not flying. But you know what's flying? The $1 million horror movie that sells out and becomes a freaking phenomenon. Right? So I think music is kind of maybe driving in that direction too, where people are just sick of the oversaturation, the big budget crap. And they kind of want to go back to this sort of more underground where, you have to discover your own music. You have to find it. You have to, appreciate it, share it with your friends.
I think there's a reason.
I don't know. That's how I see things.
Why groups who have an old school sound are popular with some kids nowadays. So that same vibe to where we used to be the only ones listening to rap. People had never heard a Coolio song other than maybe they saw it on Rap City passing one day.
Yeah.
At least that was from me and my smoke now. Kids now, like, music's so accessible. So if you can find something that's kind of underground sounding that's really dope that only like you and your friends like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at how like the Griselda whole crew like just blew up like that. Of course, they had financial backing stuff, but their sound is what we grew up on. But with that, that lived through modern sound to it. And there's people looking for that. There's young kids that'll always be into it. And I'd rather have a person listen to my music that, has their they get it. You know, when someone can like, man, rest in peace, this homie Trilemma from the States, but like that dude like understood me as an artist. It's crazy, man. Like some people have never, and he would shout out, man, and be like, "Yo, I understand. Like this is part of this, and these characters created this and this album." And I would be just like in awe, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like
He was
that to
cracking the
me is
code.
when, and that's what it is, man. My whole musical career is a code, you know. Like OGB will come back, you know what I'm saying? Like OGB, I've been even like contemplating this track on the next OGB album that's gonna feature like Eight Face, Planet, maybe Bully, like a whole bunch of these different cats, you know,
Yeah.
that
Alien Trap Lord.
Alien Trap Lord, like everything that is and was the story of who we are as artists.
Yeah.
And I hope other artists feel that way. I think obviously we do it for ourselves, but we hope people understand.
I think the industry in general is becoming less focused on big superstars. There are fewer and fewer household names every year because so many people, like you said, the accessibility has gotten to a point where everybody finds something that they specifically really like. If they look, anybody who looks, I guess, finds something that they really like, and then they can go off down a whole rabbit hole of artists like that. And you know, so to them, the biggest star in the world might be some guy who you and I haven't heard of. You know,
For sure.
People I'm talking to mention their favorite MC right now is this guy or that guy, and expect me to know. And I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm like really deep into the Canadian hip hop niche. If you're talking about a Canadian, I've probably heard of them, but I had to stop listening to as much American rap these days because I just can't keep up. There's just not enough fucking hours in the week if I'm trying to listen to as much Canadian stuff as I am.
It's
So
true, man. Yeah. Well, good on you, bro. The Canadians appreciate you.
Hey, yeah. Well, you know, like you were saying though, it's a niche. It's something that fucking makes me feel like I'm the guy who's up on something that other people don't know about, but they should, which is pretty fucking rare in 2026. There's not many like fields of expertise that are like that because of accessibility of the internet. But yeah, you can't get people to pay attention to the national scene. So yeah, I get to sit here and just be the only guy with the overview of everything going on. It sometimes feels like. I'm sure there are some other people who are also paying attention, but yeah, it's fun to get into the individual niche and, you know, follow all your guys' progression through album by album.
Yeah.
Let me
and artists need it, man. Like even, you know what I mean? Like even guys who wouldn't speak up about it, but deep down every artist appreciates it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a sad little kid in every artist.
Yeah, you know what? Well, and I know that because I'm an artist that has that sad little kid too that was always like, how come nobody fucking pays attention to my raps? These guys get fucking their albums promoted and these guys get interviewed and the newspaper's talking to this guy, you know? And like, as an artist, you got to struggle and fight for every little fucking piece of that type of publicity. So like, I just looked at this and was like, yo, I'm actually going to have fun talking to all these people across the country. So like somebody should be doing it. I can do this for a couple hours a week. Like it has been fun, you know. I'm loving this shit. 141 episodes deep right now. So, you know.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, that's so great.
How long does it take to do 141? How long you been doing it?
It's been 3.5 years now. So I started season 4 at episode 122, and now we're on 141. I got another 6 or so until the end of June, and then I'm off for July and August, and back in September for more weekly interviews. Awesome. So, yeah,
nice.
So
yeah, it's
well, we'd love to come back on the next project. You know,
hell yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the Dirty Sample. I want to say, man, you might be setting the record. I think this is your 4th appearance on this show right now, maybe.
I'm a 4-timer.
I think so. I believe so.
I got a smoky jacket soon, right?
Well deserved.
yeah. I'll work on that for next time. That's
sick bucket hat.
Yeah, I should have merch like that to send out to people. That would be great. But yeah, you know, I'm not sure if anybody would buy it. If people want AtSick merch, let me know in comments of this shit. I would love to make AtSick merch and sell it to people.
There you go. We'll do a Cold Camp collab.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Mhm.
Okay, one last how important question, and then I'll let you guys out of here. How important is an MC's vocal tone?
I mean,
I'd say pretty important.
like what they're saying or like their voice
Just
in
the
general?
actual tone of their voice, like the not what they're saying, the how they're saying it, the actual sound of their voice. Because
think
you know,
it's
there's
very
MCs that some
important.
guys like Be Real. I don't mean to sit here and disrespect Be Real or Cypress Hill, but the guy's voice is a
Mhm.
little bit grating to me. And you know, as great and legendary of an MC as he is, with the legacy behind him, it's tough for me to listen to his voice for a full album. Uh, you know,
Just toss that hand in the frying pan.
it's just a personal preference there or whatever. You know, no
Yeah,
shots,
I
but
get it, man. There's rappers that I normally don't like rappers though because I'm like I don't like their raps. You
like
know?
what they're saying.
Like I don't really care about a rapper's tone. I mean, their voice can change everything, but like
I'd say what they're saying is probably more important
More
Yeah.
for
important.
sure.
Yeah.
But that doesn't discount, how they sound either.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
and I think trying different things too is a good thing for someone to do if they're a rapper.
Yeah.
Um, expanding, just trying different stuff. Whether it's a deeper voice, a higher voice. I love to do sound effects for my ad libs, so it's like that's kind of my thing.
yeah, tone matters,
You know?
I think, but overall tone of what you sound like as a human being, I don't think that matters. I think so you say, you know,
Yeah.
that's important.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't like it when MCs don't sound distinct at all either. So it's a
Mhm.
there's a bit of a line to walk there, I guess, between being the guy whose voice is too grating for me to put up with for an album, and then being the
Mhm.
guy who sounds so indistinct that you almost can't. You have to guess who he is when you hear him start rapping. I want to know who
Like
an
J.
MC
Cole,
is.
dude, that's J. Cole to me.
A little bit,
People
yeah.
have to be like, yo, this is J. Cole, and they'll be like, oh, that's J. Cole. Because
Yeah.
his voice just sounds like everybody.
I think C is like one of the best examples
Yeah,
of like
C, yeah.
style because his lyricism is insane too.
Yeah, if
But
you can understand what you're saying.
but yeah, with the accents and he just leans into it though.
Yeah.
He owns it,
The
and
East Coast
he is
accent, and yeah,
he's such a distinctive sound, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not once you're introduced to it, you're not asking who that is.
no,
Ever again.
100%. Yeah. Well, and
Ever
his
again.
cadence
And
does
the
that
more
for
you-
him too. The delivery of how he writes his bars
it's
does
insane.
that for him
Yeah,
too.
It's
Yeah.
insane, and he performs it live on the spot like that. So he's a great example of sort of that. But that's not to say like he's just not rapping nothing either, right?
No, he says
Of
it
course.
all.
Yeah.
You kind of have to have both.
No, he'll speak on things that you don't expect him to speak on halfway through a verse.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh, he just
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I've been there. So
Yeah.
he's a good example, sort of. But I could see also how a lot of people wouldn't even be able to listen to him for 5 minutes. So
Sure.
You got to be.
where's that line too, right? Like you said. So
Yeah.
and it comes down to taste. I
Yeah.
think some of the time too, right?
And finding the right
I
target
know
audience. Yeah.
even like people like West Side Gun when he first came out, like they're like, I can't stand this guy. Like, he sounds like a girl, or he sounds like
People thought your old groove was Nas.
Was Nas,
Nas,
or
yeah. Action
But
was
he's his own thing, man.
Ghostface.
Action was Ghostface,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. I think that's just for the uneducated, maybe umbrella statement.
Yeah, of course.
Know.
There's so much nuance to all of this. None of these questions have
Mhm.
any actual good answer. It's all just conversation starter shit. I
good,
like
though. I
putting
like
people
it, man.
on the spot with head scratcher questions. But
Yeah.
this has been fun, guys. I appreciate your time phoning in to do this. Before I let anybody out of here, I ask, can you describe your local hip hop scene for the fourth time?
Starting to get good, like artist wise, like Half Cut is killing it right now
Yeah.
in Calgary. Daniel's son is now in Calgary, and him and Half Cut have been doing a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
They've got actually. I talked to Half Cut and Cole the God last week, and
Cole, like their album, bro, is so fire. Like,
yeah,
they've done us proud as
Plus, he's on the Cold Camp mixtape.
Yeah, Halfcast on the Cold Camp
Oh, dope.
mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we were stoked to have like we've always known Cuddy was at that level, you know, and then this album that they put out was just like him and Cole just killed it, man. They really did a fantastic job.
Fire.
And not just the album, but like from the art through it to how it looks, the media they put backing it. You know what I mean? They've done a really good job like creating who they are as an artist.
Mhm.
And I think when the problem with Calgary is not a lot of people notice shit.
Mm.
You know, like if you got a show, you're not going to sell tickets maybe to the last 2 or 3 days, and then most people just try and show up if they are going to come. Like Calgary's really weird.
I think that's more of a countrywide thing,
Yeah,
from my experience. But I don't know. Like, I don't really know the Calgary scene as well as this guy.
It's just Calgary in general. It's kind of always been like that, unless it's like a massive like poppy rapper artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you can sell tickets
but
when
I think
the big name comes through town or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. But I think with those guys, they do have the right connections to promoters who are doing a lot more shows, and they get to open for artists that suit them to open for.
Mm.
Like seriously, man, like so many promoters put artists that because these kids will get their friends to buy tickets.
Yeah.
Like the Jump Show in Calgary, man, Danielson and Cuddy opened for them.
Yeah.
And it was sick. But
Dope.
all the 15 artists before them was, you know,
I was really excited.
Junk killed it too.
Junk killed it.
Yeah, shout out Junk.
Yeah, Junk is one of the most consistent dudes in the country. I think he's always going to kill it.
He works too. Like, he works very hard. So he's a inspiring dude.
While we're talking about Cuddy and Cole, though, I will give a quick shout out in case people are watching in Lethbridge. They have a show coming up in Lethbridge. I want to say June 3rd. And the bill for that is not one of those anybody who had $50 is opening type of shows. They actually have some killers on the bill there. Javier Escuela, a local dude, used to go by El Rev, very dope. K-Stone is back in town. He's moved out to Montreal, but he's back for that show. Dope artist. Right. And then Donnie Sage as well. And this homie Crucifix, who's been recording with me here at my studio, actually, is also performing there. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that show. Daniel Sun as well is coming down to headline with them.
Oh, Daniel Sun, bro. Wait till you see this cat live.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And it's a small little venue, too. So, yeah, it should be good.
So that's going to be where the Cold Camp show is then? Wherever this venue is?
The Slice, yeah, that's the Slice is a great little venue here in Lethbridge. There's also one called the Owl. Those would be the two venues I would suggest that people looking to book Lethbridge.
We'll talk about promoters in the future. Yeah. We'll talk about promoters.
Yeah. And I can help line up, people who deserve being on the bill if you need some names thrown at you, for sure. But yeah. How about other artists from Calgary you want to shout out? We just named a few of them, but anybody else left on the list?
Yeah, I mean, Sergeant and Comrade, of course, man. Our
Gravy.
Great music.
Hell yeah.
Death. I mean,
Rob Roy. Shout out to dude.
Rob Roy.
Yeah.
I mean, so many cats, bro, from Calgary that just like we could go on forever.
Yeah,
but we do love what our scene has built. For sure.
I feel like it's strengthening itself year by year, at least from what I've been seeing and paying attention to, and that might just be because I'm, learning who's who and paying more attention year by year or whatever. But yeah, it seems like the movement is strong in Calgary. Are there any Canadian artists you'd like to work with who you haven't worked with yet? Breathe that into existence.
Well, I just wanted to say too that we have some music coming out on the Basements of Batman 4 album that'll be in August. So that's with a lot of different artists on that album. It's going to be a pretty big deal, I think. So
through Han Solo,
we're proud to be part of
for
that.
Anybody who doesn't know, that's through Han Solo.
Yeah, that's through Han Solo.
We love you, Han Solo.
I don't know if we want to say who our song is with, but we'll keep that as a surprise. But there's a lot of good people on the couple songs that we've done featuring Cold Camp. So.
Epic and Ira Lee.
Dope. Have you guys worked with them before, or is that a first?
I've worked with Ira Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. And
Uh,
Epic Mini, yeah, many times.
I
Yeah.
think very limited for me, but I've been around tons of the stuff that they've done, and
Dope. Yeah,
I've
looking
known
forward
those
to
guys
hearing
for a
it.
while. And yeah,
Right
it's
on.
going to be good. As far as working with people, I don't know.
I want to work. You know who I love out of Toronto is Ayo Biggs. Have you heard Ayo Biggs?
Yeah, yeah. Him and Sazy just did like it was like white on white violence or something. It's like a 6.5 minute long song they just like barred out on. I was like, fuck it, I'm playing it on the
Well,
radio. Let's go.
That's
Good for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think Biggs would be a really dope cat to work with. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that will just pop up that I'm like, damn, this is good, man. Like these cats are making good music. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I want to get some older school like Canadian dudes on some stuff soon. Like I want to get Bird of Prey on a song. I definitely want to get John Smith on a song. I like both those dudes. They're like two of my favorite
Nice.
Canadian artists,
Bird of
probably of
Prey's
all
still
time.
active. He's out there. Didn't he do an
Yeah.
album a year or
Oh,
two
yeah.
ago, like fairly recently? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a few new songs, I think, too, with the DJ out of Vancouver. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a genius.
I remember
he's a
playing
good
some of that
artist.
stuff on At6, some of his last album anyways. Yeah, super dope.
Yeah, and John Smith has a new album out now too, and he's like basically he sends like a handwritten postcard with each. He's got a whole kit, and it's pretty amazing to see like people thinking outside of the box still too.
Peanuts and corn cats.
Yeah.
Old
Oh,
days.
yeah.
That's me, anyways. So we'll see what happens. But
man, those cats like inspired us when we were young.
we're down to work with any artist that kind of understands what we're doing. So and just sort of people that we have a mutual respect with is important.
That makes sense.
Not really trying to pay for features. I'm not really, but we'll see. I would if it was the
What
right
about do
situation.
features? What about if somebody you didn't know wanted to buy features from you?
You know who I want? I forget his name. What's his name? Pounds. He's the big like bulldog looking dude that just sits there and basically spits verses on Instagram and all that.
I must be sleeping on him. I don't know. No,
look him up, dude. He's like a gigantic dude with a big chain, and he just like spits these slow bars, but he kills us.
All right,
he kills it. I pay him. I pay him to get a verse.
If someone's looking for a beat, it's for me, man. It's normally like a budget thing, but then also I have to consider, especially nowadays, I try to consider it more because my time is less. Is that do I want to put my name on what they're doing?
right.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
even if someone shows up with a certain amount of money, I might still be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, like for homies, always for homies, I'm never gonna be like, yo, you owe me $500. You owe me $1,000. But like,
Yeah.
if like one of my homies is throwing beats at Max B right now for me, and then obviously, Max B's doing all right, so that would be a different.
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
What I'm saying. So
if the artist has the money to pay, you got to ask for it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
How about plans for shows or tours? Anything else we can plug in the immediate future that people should look out for?
I think just the Hess solo album when it comes through. Tell Thomas to throw up the date there. My brain doesn't remember dates.
Yeah, he's still in chat.
I don't know if there's an official.
Yeah,
it's August.
It's August, but I can't remember.
It's coming August. We got the Bully solo album. We got my solo album. We're gonna have the Ice Gods mixtape volume -2 coming out sometime this summer.
Any said date for the Bully album or the Chaka Boy solo album?
Not yet, but it's coming.
Probably
this year, probably sometime. Like,
yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Yeah,
and we also have obviously another Cold Camp project. A few in the works. So yeah.
And then I'm working on Beats to Murder Rappers 2 Part 3.
Nice.
Which is going to be a 90-minute beat tape. So it's going to be both sides of a tape. And then I'm also working on an instrumental right now called Mono No Aware. So that'll come out after probably early next year.
Okay.
And I'm aiming for October for Beats to Murder Rappers 2 Part 3.
So this is my MC brain here, but every time a producer drops a beat tape, like a beat project, I'm like, they want guys to rhyme on this? Are people supposed to take this and make an Instagram clip of themselves rhyming over this? Like, what's your feeling on that? Do you want people working with those
All of
beats,
the
or
above.
all of the above? Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
When I make instrumental albums now, it's like my gift. You know what I mean? It's like my gift to the universe, and then I get replenished in other ways.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, people can't be stealing beats off beat tapes and just trying to like release them on their own in real proper platforms and shit like that. Don't
That's
do that.
weird. That's
Yeah,
just
don't
the
do
low
that.
end thing.
But
But put a little bit. If you one time Max Prime, I put on I think it was Sounds Part 1, and Max Prime did like a whole bunch of tracks over the Sounds beats, and I was like, that's so dope, dude. Like he did almost a whole album, I think. And I was like, that's so sick, and that's how we ended up working together.
Nice.
Candy and Coops,
wait, what did you say about working together? What?
Max Prime, we made an album together called Candy and Coons.
Okay. What year would that
And
have
it's
been?
on Han Solo. I mean, we made it in the mid 2000s, and I don't remember when we released it. Maybe that's a Thomas question.
He's been re-releasing stuff. I've talked to Max Prime too, and like he has an album that just went up on streaming the other day, and I was like, this can't be new. Yeah, I think he's just kind of re-releasing old stuff to streaming now. So maybe one day I'll get to hear that album.
Yeah.
I've never even heard it.
This has been fun though, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where can people find you on social media, and then we'll get out of here?
At Gold Camp North.
At Gold Camp North.
Yeah, Instagram. We basically function off Instagram mostly, but you can find us sort of on YouTube. You can find us on streaming. You can, you can find us.
The Dirty Sample and.
Oh, and at Chaka Boy __.
What about to buy it? That's through Han Solo, the Han Solo Bandcamp?
Yeah, so Han Solo Bandcamp, yep. And then we also have a Cold Camp Bandcamp. So that's where the free mixtapes are and whatever else we get into.
We should just slide that on our Han Solo so people can grab them.
Yeah, I don't know if I did hear this fucking mixtape that you guys are talking about. This is like it's on like stolen mixtape beats. You're talking about like famous beats.
Dude, it's on 90s beats that we love.
I think I slept on that. Yeah, I mean,
and we give homage to everything that
I really enjoy it. So
we got a video, dude. Look up when we're done here. Look up Mighty Icy Cold Camp on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
So we did a rap to the Mighty Healthy beat. And yeah, it's just like an homage to all the beats we loved growing up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we'll have another one coming too soon. We're gonna start working on that soon. So
we got it's Cold Camp. Even when I'm by myself, I'm double C. Even when I'm by myself.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a way for us to sort of just let loose,
Yeah.
Work with some other artists, have some fun, right?
Yeah.
And that's our summertime joint.
Classic joint.
Yeah, definitely. It's been done before, and hopefully people keep carrying on that tradition in hip hop. They keep doing those mixtape style drops like that. Everybody loves that. Yeah. All right, guys, I'll let you go. This has been fun. Have yourselves a good night.
Thank you.
Respect, man.
Cold Camp forever.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Double C.
Peace.
There we go, everybody. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Let's see here. Thomas, did you tell me when the Han Solo tour is hitting Calgary? You said Bird of Prey's on Basements of Badman 4. Basements of Badman 4 will be in September for official date. It will be available on tour, at least on CD. Not sure if the vinyl will be ready in time. Candy and Combs was 2018. Oh, damn, that's more recent than I would have guessed it to be. Okay. And tour is in August, but no date nailed down for August, I would guess. If there was one, you would have told me. So appreciate the info. Appreciate you hanging out. These things happen Tuesday nights. Come on through. I'm booked all the way through June. June 2nd, I'm talking to Deuce Fantastic, Edmonton-based artist, very dope. He's got the third of a trilogy, the Billionaire Dreams, or no, Billion Dollar Dreams trilogy. Went, I think it was Volume 1, the present, Volume 2, the future, and Volume 3 now is dropping, which is the past. And I think, as far as I know, only a couple singles are out. The entire project could be out. I'm not exactly sure when that's dropping. But I'll be talking to him June 2nd. I talked to Ghost Boy RJ, Toronto-based artist, June 9th. June 16th, I'm talking with Meyer Clarity and Fresh Kills. That should be fun, catching up with those two and talking about their new album, OCDC. June 23rd, reconnecting with Def 3 to hear about his experiences merging boom bap and EDM scenes for festival audiences. And then June 30th, the last one for this half of the season, I'm talking to another Edmonton-based artist, K Blitz. Should be good. Oh, there it is. Calgary, August 21st at Juliet's Castle is when the Hand Solos tour rolls through Calgary. I'd like to be there. That would be dope. I might actually be able to get up there for that. We'll see. But that would be fun if I can. Anyways, I'm out of here for tonight. Thursdays here on Twitch. I'm always busy spinning after the smoke is clear. That's my mix show. I didn't actually plug it at the start of this, so I guess I'll say now, if you like listening to Canadian independent hip-hop, tap in. Doobyis.com is the hub for everything I do. Check the post section over there. It's got all the interviews, all the episodes of After the Smoke is Clear, complete with playlists as a spreadsheet and a little write-up about the songs I'm playing when I get a chance to. This week I got a chance to, so I typed a little bit about at 6/7/17. That's the newest one that's out right now. But yeah, Thursdays I'm always on here streaming in the afternoons. Come on through, listen to some Canadian hip hop as I actually spin it. And then Fridays I hang out through the morning and afternoon, sometimes into the evening, and listen to a ton of Canadian hip hop and make my picks to play on After the Smoke is Clear. Appreciate y'all. I will catch ya on the next one.